Yo, we called it. We actually called almost to the detail. You and I talked about how the moderate middle wing third move, third way thing in the Democrats telling them they need to moderate was going to be met with scorn, rejection, and vitriol from the progressive left. Yeah, I'm going to throw this one in the you were right again bucket. Anyone who left a comment was engaged in that. You guys were direct over to target, and I'm about to show you exactly what you were correct about. Now, of course, we are not in our studio. I am in between two separate funerals before I actually travel to SHOT Show. So things are out of whack. Bear with me. I know the backdrop is different, but this is important, and freedom continues on no matter where we go in these amazing United States. Listen, guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. We have got to talk about something that is going to just genuinely, it's going to blow your mind. Let me get it right into it. This is important stuff right here. Okay. So, of course, you can follow me on X at Braden LOA if you so desire. I would love to see you over there because we are honestly growing across YouTube and X in an amazing way, and it's all because of you guys, and thank you for that. But let's jump right into this because I've really got to show you this. This is everything. I've been telling you guys for about 9 to 10 months now, there is a civil war brewing for the soul of the Democrat Party, right? You have the progressives, and then you have the moderates. They call themselves moderates. They're not, but you get the idea, right? The far left crazies are now fighting with the middle left, what used to be crazies, right? Like, it's, whoo, quite the split. But now, that video that I showed you is going to make an appearance in a second, but I want to show you a new one. And again, guys, let me hear you in the comments on this one because it is happening in real time. Listen to this. This is from Third Way. This is another video saying go moderate, don't abolish ICE. And oh man, is this going to have some backlash. Watch this.
The majority of voters, when they hear abolish ICE, they hear that someone wants to abolish all interior immigration enforcement, and that's not where the American public is. The American public does want to see our immigration laws enforced. So we wanted to put out that cautionary word to Democrats specifically that, yeah, they absolutely should be speaking out about what we're seeing. We need to ensure that public safety is at the forefront of what ICE is doing, and that does not appear to be what's happening today. But leaning back on that very easy and emotionally powerful phrase is going to cause problems for Democrats down the line.
Y'all, I have a real quick question, and maybe you guys can correct me, but I thought that everything emotionally reactive was virtuous. I thought everything that was emotional bombshells, I thought that was something that proved that you were a good Democrat or a good American fighting a fascist. I thought that was the whole calculus. Are you telling me that that's not the case? And the woman from Third Way who you just saw, did she actually just say that that's not where the American population is? Well, that's weird because you and I were told something totally different, almost like everyone is lying to you. That's why I cut through the propaganda the very best I can on this channel. I always bring the receipts. They're always in the description box because this is exactly what's happening, people. Let me hear you in the comments if you remember 2 days ago when we talked about this. I'm just saying. But again, the American population is not in the place of abolishing ICE. Well, you might want to tell the Democrats who are making that their main pitch. Okay, let's keep on going because they do not learn. So this is the video in question. I showed you this with this lovely young lady from Third Way. This is the moderate Democrat position. And she said this, and then I'm going to show you what the progressives are doing to her. Because the progressives, the far left Dems, are just they're being themselves, okay? Watch this. This is what set them off, okay? Not the first one. That's a tack on. This is what set them off.
Are you ready for a Vance presidency? Because that's exactly what we'll end up with if we nominate a far-left Mamdani-like candidate in 2028. The November elections proved what we've been arguing for months. The Democratic Party has to choose which project is more important, turning blue places bluer or turning red and purple places to blue. We know that focusing on the latter is the only way to defeat Trump and far-right extremism. History has shown that a moderate approach is the way Democrats win. Hear me out. Since 1980, Democrats have only won the White House once without winning a supermajority of moderate voters nationwide. So what does that actually mean for us? Mamdani won just 36% of the moderate vote. Take that and extrapolate it nationwide, and the results are bad. Like, bad. Compare that to moderates like Mikey Sherrill and Abigail Spanberger.
Okay, you guys get the idea. You saw the video when I played it the first time, and if you want to watch the entire thing, again, it's always linked in the description box below. But the Democrats, the progressives are looking at this Democrat wing, the third wave, and they're lining up against the wall and just blasting them because they're not leftist progressive pure enough. I'm going to show you in a second. But here's the dirty little secret, and I told you this on the other video where I introduced this video to you. This is the correct answer if you are on Team Democrat or Team Blue. It doesn't matter if I say it. It doesn't matter if God from above comes down and on a amazing cloud says, go moderate. They still are not gonna. Because it's tied to their virtue signal and their emotional identities. That's why the progressives react the way they do to these things. But they're not going to do it. In fact, watch how they are reacting viscerally. Y'all, I'm telling you, these are all progressive accounts. The moderate Democrats spoke up and they are getting slapped back into a corner. Watch. Yeah, let's continue to learn absolutely nothing from 2016 and 2024. Data shows that progressives are popular and make races competitive. Look at Afton Bain in Tennessee as an example. You know, the woman who got smoked in Tennessee. Yeah, look at that as an example. Now, the other thing that's really interesting about this is they're telling us in this post that Hillary Clinton in 2016 and Kamala Harris in 2024 weren't progressive. They were the moderate position in the Democratic Party. If you believe that, I've got some land that's oceanfront in Arizona. It's got a bridge from side to side, and I'll give it to you for a very cheap price. Sight unseen. Money in the bank. But now they're referring to Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris as centrist Democrats. No. They are far left progressive Democrats, and everyone knows it, but they weren't far enough socialist. This is the whole point. Let's keep on going. Guys, I'm telling you, we are over the target. This is from the Tennessee Progressive. This is obviously a progressive. Are you ready for a Vance presidency? Because that's exactly what we'll end up with if we nominate a centrist Spanberger-like candidate in 2028. Fixed it for you. They're slapping him into the corner. It's remarkable, to be quite candid. Here's another one. One of the funniest things about corporate Dems is they love to act like these data-driven, war-coded geniuses and then just extrapolate the most illogical strawman analytics not rooted in any reality and then demand that's how we must pick our next president. They're not responding well to it, guys. I told you they weren't going to. They were just going to react with vitriol. The people who gave us Trump twice are giving election advice. Again, I would like to bring this to your attention one more time. They're saying that Joe Biden and his woke agenda in the administration that was underneath the Biden administration, all the wokies and all the autopin, that wasn't a progressive candidacy. That was a centrist corporate Democrat. That was literally run by a woke wet dream. I mean, that is the furthest thing from reality possible. They're saying Biden wasn't progressive in his governance. Okay. You can tell how detached from reality these people are. Here's another one. Again, these are all mainline progressive accounts. These aren't Republicans or conservatives. These are mainline accounts. Hi, it's us, the centrist establishment that's been running the Democratic Party and produced every Dem nominee in recent history. Things are going really great for us, right? So we have some advice for how Dems can keep our awesome win record in 2028. They're just savaging them. Here's another one. Listen, everyone, we have to nominate a boring, watered-down version of Trump. Otherwise, we will lose to Trump. You guys are actively seeing what is happening right now, and the Democrats are just fighting with themselves. This is the whole point. The third way people are centrist Democrats. They're moderate Democrats. They are concerned with winning. That's why I showed you the first clip about ICE isn't on board with the population is not on board with abolishing ICE, just like they weren't on board with abolishing police. The far left progressives pushed the Democrats in these positions, and they paid dearly for them. The Democrats speak up, and the progressives line up quickly to just shiv them until they get back into submission. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is happening. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm Braden. I will see you on the next one through our travels, but still distributing freedom. Later.